Yo, what is up guys? You clicked this video because you wanted to see how easy it is to mix beats. Let's get into it. Now the first thing you want to do is select high quality sounds. Your mixing won't really make any difference if your sounds are trash. So how do you know if your sounds are high quality? Well, number one, make sure that your sounds are not highly pre-processed. Make sure your sounds don't have a lot of reverb, a lot of delays, a lot of effects that are not necessary. Less effects, less problems. Secondly, you take everything here. Then you go to your mix channel, click shift, control, then L. It should link everything to your mixer. After that, you go to your arrangement. You select the loudest section of your arrangement. In my case, and in most cases, it's gonna be the hook because that's where the energy is. You select that, then you go to your mixer again. Another thing, take note that when I was making the beat, I was also mixing here a little bit. So this is actually pre-mixed because I played with these knobs, but that's besides the point. So you can still mix it from scratch from this side. So on my mixer, I link every drum sound to the drums channel, and I also do the same with the melodies to a melody channel. The reason being that if I want to EQ the melody, I can EQ the whole sounds of the melody, like your piano. We have a piano here, we have something from Contact, so I can EQ everything in the melody channel without affecting the drums. Same applies to the drums. If I want to put in maybe a reverb on the drums, it will only affect the drums. Now after that, I select all my sounds. I take them down all to 0. The first sound that I play with when I'm mixing is the hi-hat. So this is my hi-hat. Make sure you rename your sounds because it's easier to find them on the mixer. Let me leave it right here. So another thing is I go to the EQ. This is my favorite EQ, by the way. I check if the hi-hat has low end or not. I can cut it like that or not cut it. It does not have a lot of low end. That's why I'm saying selecting high quality sounds is very important. Right now I'm mixing the high frequency sounds, like your hi-hat, open head, snare, all those sounds. So I'm gonna fast forward this and then yeah.
Trinity, you are God.
As you can see, I was playing with this fader. So the reason being, when you mix your sounds at a lower velocity, you can hear which sounds are too low and which sounds are too high. But when you mix at a higher velocity, then everything just sounds, and it's very deceiving. After that, I mix my kick and 808. So with the kick, you can put it on mono, but it's not necessary. What I do now with the kick and the 808, I take this kick, I route it to this track, then take this volume down. Then on the 808, I put a fruity limiter, go to compressor, then select one, which is the kick. Then after that, I play with these knobs. In most cases, I just play with the threshold and the ratio. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want the kick to cut through the 808, as you can see here. So you can copy these settings The next thing I do with the drums is I put in a compressor. You can use any compressor you like. I use this one. So I just play with this compression knob. I like to put it on 3.7, 3.8, 3 point something. So I monitor this VU meter. If it hits around -2, then I take it my drums are loud enough. So as you can see with my drums, they don't hit around -2. So what I do is I go in and I go to gain, I put in a footy balance, then I boost it up a little bit. Now I'm done mixing my drums. I go to the melody. With the melody, I take the main sound. It can be your piano, it can be your guitar. In my case is this one. It's a guitar. I already EQ'd it, some of the low. I cut some of the lows. Now I mix it with the drums. After that, I can switch off my drums. Like I said before, I like my sounds being as dry as possible because I think in my head, a dry sound is a high quality sound. So if you listen to this fluid, I think it has a little bit of reverb, but it's not a lot. So I can put my own reverb inside here. So another thing I want to add is a pan. I want it to pan from left to right. Not too much, just a little bit. That sounds decent. Let's mix another sound in. As you can see, the choir here does not have too much low, but I'm gonna cut it out anyway because the choir at some section it does have like a little bit of low. So I'm just gonna cut it off here. And maybe give it a little bit of a boost. So here, I just increased the stereo a little bit. Pan your sounds as well, because sometimes when they are all playing at the center, they kind of clash. So I just pan them a little bit. There's a piano at some sections, so it's around here. Let's select that section. So what I normally do with the melody channel, I put this effect lifeline console. It's heavy, it's a heavy plug in this one. So I select these presets. I already put them in my favorites, so I select them. What I do is I take down the noise because it's too loud, and I also take down these anti-effects because it kind of makes the melody to click at the beginning. I don't like that sound. So yeah, before this sound, the melody sounds like this. Let's switch off the drums, and let's also switch my disabler. So before this effect, the melody sounds like this. After this effect, the melody sounds like this. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but it kind of gives it life. It kind of gives it that high tone, that realistic feel. Now let's just switch it off for a second because it's heavy, this one. Then on the master, I put on this fruity balance. I right click this one, then I create the automation just for a fade at the end of the beat. It's not really necessary to do this, but I just like doing it. Then yeah, from here I can just make it fade out like that. After putting in this fruity balance, I use this fruity clipper to remove that clippiness of the drums. As you can see, it's not clipping anymore, but if I switch it off, you see? So you can use this soft clipper or use this one, TR5 classic clipper. I personally prefer soft clipper, but you can use this one. So with this one, you can play with the slope, make it hit soft, or make it hit hard, extremely hard. I think I like this classic clipper on this one. So let's just remove the soft clipper. So that's how I mix my beats. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Or if you have any suggestions or opinions, leave them below. Another thing, guys, remember, always keep it simple. Bye.